Hello people, and welcome to this series I'm going to start. In this series, I'm going to try to start from basically nothing with a small amount of money and grow my empire to about a colony of 10 planets at like size level 6 and have a total of $1 billion. So we're going to start a brand new game with a mixed sector aid and a normal size map. So for the photo, we are going to pick this one, because this one seems like the person that I would be. And the name for our amazing captain is going to be... Yes, Big Boy the 69420th. And I messed it up. Let's fix that. And there we go, Big Boy the 69420th. So let's continue, and I'm going to start out as a scavenger and a wave vessel. And I'm going to get a kite ship, and I'm going to go with normal mode. Skip the tutorial. For my technology, I'm going to start out with navigation, all for the factor of that it has transverse jumping, which is really good. And let's start the game. So I'm going to load in, and what I'm going to do at the beginning is first of all organize all of my things down here, and then I'm going to go and start doing some drug runs so I can earn a little bit of money and ships so I don't, well, instantly die because of pirates, because they hate me, but I hate them back. So I got everything set up, and now let's go down to Hy-Brasil, because Hy-Brasil has E-bridges, and E-bridges controlled by Tritachyon, and Tritachyon allows drugs to be produced. So for the hegemony, they are a militaristic, basically dictatorship that formed out of the old human empire called the Domain. And their legal commodities are recreational drugs, heavy armaments, which is basically like guns and mechs for the military, and in Marines, harvested organs, and AI cores. AI cores are outlawed everywhere because the humans are afraid of them after the first and second AI war, where in the first, AIs got intelligent and rebelled. In the second AI war, they tried to wipe out humanity. The Luddic Path are kind of like a small group that broke off from the Luddic Church is a small group that broke off from Luddic Path, and their name is the Church of Galactic Redemption. And they are like a peaceful version of the Luddic Path. And basically their economies are the same as hegemony, except for luxury goods. Down here in the Luddic Path, their illegal commodities are the exact same. And they are basically a cult who has a very big urge to force you to pay taxes and hates everyone. And they just try to, well, basically, they rule by terror. Persian League is a small alliance, as an alliance formed to get rid of the hegemony, and the companies are recreational drugs, harvested organs, and AI cores. And they are friends with the Sendrian Diktat, which is there's their allies, and they're like this extra, small split off section of the Persian League, who also hate the hegemony, but not as much as but they're at war with them. Then you have Tritachyon, who is just a powerful mega corporation, who has been around for many years, and in general just sells whatever except for AA cores. The Independents are just any planets that aren't under a faction, and they're just work together sort of to be like smugglers or independents, and some trading is done by independents. Then you have the pirates, who are anyone who is hated by everyone in the sector, and they have absolutely no illegal commodities. Everyone hates the pirates. The hegemony hates the Luddic Path, the Persian League, the Tritachyon, and the pirates. The Luddic Church just hates Tritachyon and the pirates, and they are friends with the Luddic Path. The Luddic Path is friends with the Luddic Church and hates everyone else except for the pirates. Persian League is friends with the Sendurian Diktat and hates the hegemony, the Luddic Path, and the pirates. Sendurian Diktat is friends with the Persian League, he hates the Luddic Path and pirates. Tritachyon is friends with no one, but hates the hegemony, Luddic Church and Path, and pirates. And the Independents are friends with no one and hate the Luddic Path and pirates. Okay, so let's start, and let's get on with it. So I'm going to press 1, and that doubles my speed, so I have a max speed of 20, because the slowest speed my ships go is 10. I get 100% speed because of sustained burn, which is basically a speed boost. And those are pirates there. What they can do is they can do something called indirection pulse, which disrupts anything like sustained burn and emergency burn. And it's an easy way to catch you when they're trying to take you. So basically what they have are 2 ships here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into engage. So this is the combat screen. This is all of your ships you can send into battle, and this is deployment points. The maximum battle of it is 40. So right now I have up to 60% of the battle size, and the enemy has 40. And these are my ships. I have a Wayfarer combat freighter that has an ion cannon, a light assault gun, a light dual auto cannon, and 3 Vulcan cannons. Because it has 2 small hybrid spots, which are pretty sure laser and ballistic. 2 small ballistics and 2 universal, which is anything from ballistic to missile to energy. And then I also have a kite ship, which has 1 small ballistic slot and 2 small missile slots, which has 1 light dual autocannon, a salamander missile, and a swimmer SRM. No, salamander MRM. SRM means that it has a limited amount of shots on it, and it can run out, but MRMs mean it has unlimited missiles, and you can fire them as many times as you want. So let's send in both of these ships, and I'm going to group them into 1. The way you can group something is Control 1, and let's deploy. And as you can see, there is the recovery cost per the battle is 7 supplies. Well, let's go and murder some pirates. You can see little asteroids, you can shoot them down. I like to just have fun with it. What I'm going to do is I want to load up my shields. There are some ships that have... see how the shield only stays at 1 point no matter where I go? That is because this has a set shield. Some ships can have shields that rotate. So say a missile is coming out to your back and you don't want it to hit you, you can block it from the back. So let's just shoot the pirate. And let's kill him. I'm going to back off because he destroyed my weapon. Now my weapon is back online, and I'm going to run it and try and kill it. Over here you can see the kite ships are fighting, and because I'm about to die, I'm going to disengage. And you can see he is following me and trying to kill me. But I'm going to go to the kite ship, and hopefully it can help me. I'm going to lock onto that kite ship here. And I'm going to try and help. You can see the ship is quite far behind, and this kite ship is taking a lot of flux. Flux is basically your capacity for energy, and if you get a maximum flux, you can see he is overloaded, which is where you can't control any of your weapons or shields. What you want to do is you overflux your ship, enemy ships, but if you overflux yourself, it's really bad. I'm at 121 health, which is not very good. And that is because at the beginning, I got a little too aggressive and killed myself. I might have to restart this. But oh well. So as you can see, I have very low hull. And I am probably going to lose this ship. Yes, I have lost the ship. Or not. And there goes the ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit the campaign and load back in. I have to continue. Because basically what it is as soon as you log into the game, it loads the save file. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reorganize this again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a save. The way you drop a save is you press F5. And then you can load back into the game. So okay, that's the wrong thing. I'm going to unlock it, change it to that, F5 it. So I can have all of this saved in case I die again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and go to Hyperzone without dying this time. And I'm going to sail my way on over. So there is the pirate fleet I saw before. I'm just going to run away from him so I don't get killed. There's hyperspace storms, which is a way to boost your speed and reduce fuel cost at the exchange for supplies. And what supplies do are they heal your ships, and they require at a minimum rate to keep your ships in peak condition. So I'm gonna go to fleet. I'm gonna go to buy, and I'm going to buy the. No, I'm not gonna buy anything here. I'm gonna check at the black market, and there's nothing really here I want. But I'm going to take this Wayfarer because I could use another attack ship. So now I'm gonna go to inventory. I'm going to buy as much fuel as I can. And then I'm going to go buy drugs. And the reason why I'm buying drugs is because they are a good way to make money at the beginning of the game. Because you can buy them for really cheap at Tritachyon, and you can sell them for a lot. So I'm going to go sell them at dawn, because they are in system, so it means I don't have to burn any fuel. And they have a pretty high price, which I bought them for around 152, and they are selling them for around 278. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over to Dawn over here, and there's other planets around like Krumkotch, and you can settle them with, I'm pretty sure, 1,000 people, 100 heavy machinery, which, as you can see here, is a way to harvest, and the way you can use these is you can harvest ships with them to get supplies and weapons out of them, and then you need 500 supplies to colonize one planet, depending on its size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my transponder off so that they can't sense I'm here, and I'm going to turn off the sustained burn, so I can not be detected easy. So I'm going to drop off all these drugs for 294 apiece, and then I get 10 grand out of it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly right back to U-Brushes, turn my sustained burn on, and fly back. And as you can see, I have basically doubled my money from after buying the drugs, which is a really good thing. Okay, I probably should have my transponder on, and I'm going to run away. Because now, that patrol fleet wants me to, basically get captured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go dark, see if he comes and chases me. If he does not, now he has lost me because he couldn't sense where I was in the field. And there he is, and now he does not know where I am. So I can go fly into this station here, and I'm pretty sure, as I can check, that Dawn still has a very high price for drugs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a large amount of them, or 10 grand. I'm going to buy 51. I'm going to go over to Dawn and drop these off for a pretty large pay. Because I get about $100 extra for each drug, depending on how much the price is when I get there. What I'm going to do is, because no more security patrols can detect me, I'm going to turn my transponder off, which gives me an extra 100 viewing range. I'm going to turn off that and drop in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these off for another 10 grand. But as you can see, I have to pay tariffs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the black market and drop them off, and then I get $14,000 because I don't have to pay the 30% loss due to tariffs on the open market. And here you can see the stability of the planet. So you have 5 for base value, and the domestic and luxury goods are met here. But there is a food shortage, there's an organic shortage here, and a very massive supply shortage. So that takes down the stability of this place by 2, and because they have a free port, which is basically opening your planet up to anyone, they have a -3 stability because your people are scared that some people could just come in and like raid the planet, I'm guessing. And then here's the axis of the planet, which is like how available you can get into the planet. So they have a 43% proximity to other friendly colonies. They have a 50 for a spaceport, 10 for low gravity, and 25 for a free port. But they have a -86% accessibility because they are at enemies with everyone except their Atlantic Church, and because they lost a trade fleet due to people attacking them, because no one likes the pirates. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm now going to fly back to U-Brushes, and I'm going to just continue this cycle for a little while. So this is a pirate who has just tried to attack me, and now I'm going to run away so he can't kill me, because pirates don't like anyone, except if you're the Atlantic Church, which then they like you. So I'm just going to fly around and do a couple of these cycles. And now it says I'm running low for supplies. It says that if you get close to like 50 or something for the first time. Now I'm going to repair all my ships, and I'm going to buy another 100 supplies and another little bit of stuff there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all of my fuel because I do not need it at this current moment. And I'm going to get another 13 drugs and go drop them off at Dawn again. And the way you can see how it says speeding up time is you can hold shift and it causes your time basically to just double or triple. I don't know the exact value, but it causes the game to run much faster. Okay, so I've gotten a monthly income, so I am losing $630 to a monthly payroll. And this is like how much your crew costs you, and it's 10 per month. And then you have an officer payroll, which is like all your people running your ships. This is the office I started out with. And the reason why I'm making money is because the Glacier Academy is spending money. They're giving me like a loan, or no, like a bonus for something that has happened in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly back to Dawn and drop off more goods. Let's go to the black market and drop off for another 3 grand. And then I'm going to do a couple more of these cycles, and then I'm going to go buy more fuel and then go to other places to sell them, because this place doesn't have the best amounts of money right now, because, well, I've been giving it a little bit of drugs, which makes it more happy and very much increases their happiness due to having amounts of supplies. I wouldn't call it good supply, but yeah, it gives you supplies. I'm going to buy another 90 and see that Dawn has a $278 price for each drug. And then I'm buying for them for about 150-ish. So I'm going to fly this way, and there is Ogma, another planet in this system. Along with Brog, there is the independent world here. There's Enda. There is Chrome Crutch. And then over here there is a planet called Kolikin, which is one of the 2 military planets for the Tritachia. So I'm just going to fly over to Dawn over here. And then I'm going to start doing bounties, because in this game there are bounties, but I can't really tell this right now. So the Hegemony, they have a couple system bounties due to pirate raids. There is Tritachion, who have 2 mercantile colonies leaving from these 2 planets here and going to some of the other planets in this game. And there's the Sindrian Dictat, who have 2 bounties, one all the way over here, and another one in about the same area. Persian League has hostiles with Hegemony, and there's a bounty around somewhere over here for about 92 grand, which is a little far off for me. Ludic Path there's a Ludic Path things, and there's Ludic Church, who are now mad at Trichakion, and then there's the Independent Bounty. The Hegemony is the place I really want to go, because they've got a bunch of system bounties, which are really good. So I'm going to do this run one more time, and then I'm going to go out into the wide open world. So I'm just going to fly over to Kolikin, because they have better prices for things, because they are the military planet who makes a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to fly over this direction. And then I'm going to go off to the system. So I'm going to buy all the fuel I can get, all the supplies I can get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 25 of the supplies for machinery, because the more machinery you have, the better you can harvest. And the average amount you want per ship is around 50. Average amount for a harvesting of a ship. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to click F, and this is the fleet menu. So I'm going to go to refit, and this is the refitting menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to autofit, I'm going to click X, and I'm going to click what I have here, and save it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to autofit, I'm going to select that, and see I have not enough money. What I can do is I can add a couple, I'm not going to actually add a couple guns, because I don't have enough money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly down to, which one do I go to? So Corvus has the highest pay, but Valhalla is the closest. Let's go to Corvus. I'm going to click 4 as it transfers jump, which is basically just ripping a hole in space, which causes me to easily access to hyperspace, which is the world between stars. And then I'm going to drop into Corvus. I'm going to spacebar, and then what I'm going to do is I'm immediately going to scan the surrounding area, and then I'm going to go up to here, and then I'm going to move in. As you can see, it says I'm having difficulty bonus of 14. But I think I'm good at fighting. If not, I'm going to be a little upset. But I have an extra ship to get away with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lock onto him. I'm going to put my shields up, and I'm going to shoot. Reason why I'm not putting my shields down for this fight is because he has something called a heavy mortar, which is a very good armor weapon. So what he's done is his heavy mortar is now disabled, which means he cannot use his very good ship hull weapon. Now I should be able to take him out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my shields up to hit him. And now he is dead. So as you can see, the little kite over there is having a little problem, so I'm just going to go fly down and help him. And there is one of the ships who has taken a little bit of damage, but not much. And there's my ship, who isn't taking any damage, which is very good for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over. There's the ship that has just been destroyed. And I'm going to come up behind him and try and take him out. Because I'd like to help. I can't. I'm actually going to go for this one because he has no ability to turn properly. Now he does, but... So I'm going to go shoot down on him. Put my shields up. Shields back up. I'm just going to fly away so I can't get injured much. I'm going to put my shields. So what happens is there's a certain range of how long your overload can happen, and I'm pretty sure I just got the worst possible one. I'm going to put my shields up. I'm going to fly away. I'm going to go over here to help my fellow kite. Because I do not like my odds for that fight. Hang on, kite, I'm coming to help you. You can see the person there is trying to chase me down, but I don't think you really can. Focus on me, boy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to vent my flux. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take control of this ship, because my other one has unfortunately died, and I'm going to try and retreat. I'm going to try and get away from the fight so I don't die. I'd like not to die. Try to keep as many ships as I can. And pressing F can activate your special ability, which in this case is maneuvering jets, which make me have a little bit of extra maneuverability and speed. And now I'm going to retreat. I'm going to do someone to attempt to disengage, and I successfully have. I've just got $1,600 from the hegemony for my successful fight. Well, I wouldn't call it successful, but for my valiant effort to help. The only reason why I'm doing this is to gain a little bit of extra money. And I'm going to repair all my ships. Collect the supplies I have just lost. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a little bit longer. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pursue them because I have a bunch of extra allies. Now what I'm just going to send in a kite to help. And I have gotten the win. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ship. And actually I'm not going to because it's a very bad ship because it has 4 different hull mods. Which is what makes the ship very, it causes a ship to have lower performance than a ship normally would. I've gotten $49 because I have gotten a little bit of damage on them. I'm going to sell the weapons to get a little bit of extra money for $20. Nice. And my relationship's been improved by 2. I'm gonna go and try to, actually there's too late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the end of the month, which at the end of the month I'll get my $13,000 payment. And I'm going to drop down a save by pressing F5. So I'm going to speed up time and wait till I have the amount of money I need. This is one of the larger fleets because it is a hegemony detachment, and what it does is patrols around the system and kills a bunch of pirates. There are ways to get rid of planets in a system by saturation bombarding, which is the total elimination of life. But then that makes almost everyone hostile with you because they don't like that. Okay, I've gotten $13,000. And the bounty at Corvus has just finished. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Fleet and see refit, and I'm going to auto-fit the ship with a decent spread of weapons, and I'm going to go to Fleet, going to click on 2 and see what ships I can buy. So here there's nothing really I can buy. Here there's different ships like a bunch of onslaughts, which are really powerful ships if you can get them in a straight line, and then on the black market there's a bunch of different ships. What I'm going to buy is probably another. I'm gonna buy a. So this ship is Class A because it is a civilian ship. But what I'm going to buy is this Serbia ship for $9,000. And then I can see my black market and suspicion is none. And I'm going to auto-fit this with a wide spread of weapons. There's reinforced bulkheads, which makes it really hard to lose in a battle. And then blast doors, which is a very high hull integrity mod, and it loses 50% fewer casualties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair all my ships. I'm going to click dismiss, and now I don't have enough people to run all my ships because I need a total of 49. So I'm going to buy 7 people and confirm. And I'm going to go out and go look at bounties. So there's a system bounty that is just in Galatia, and a system bounty is in Corvus. So looking through all the bounties here, there's only a couple that I might be able to do, which is like this one. But even with this, it has a lot of heavy weapons. And then Tritachyon has a couple of things of just mad at people. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a little bit of fuel. In fact, as much as I can get, which is not much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 4 heavy machinery. There's 5 of that. Realize that it's not a good idea to buy fuel here. So what I will do is I'm going to just gotta buy enough fuel to get down to Galatia, which is probably around 5-ish. I click on tab, realize that it's not even close to enough. I'm gonna go to the bar and see what he has. There's a Sunder class ship, but I don't have enough money to buy it because it was 22,000 and I only have a very little amount. Now I'm going to have 10 fuel, and I can see that I can now reach Galatia, which has the planet of Ancria. So I'm going to fly there, click forward to rip a hole in the space-time continuum, and fly down to Galatia. There's a Hegemony Mercantile Convoy, which has a pretty widespread collection of ships which are very powerful. Here's the Galatia Academy Station. This is what allows you to use, as you can see there's gates here, and that's what allows you to use them, because they are a very easy way of traveling around in space. But it has a long, windy process to get to that point. Here the price for fuel is much better, so I'm going to buy as much fuel as I can, which is about 7, rather 10. Sell another 5 heavy machinery. See how much fuel I can get, which is exactly 18. Exactly 8, and then I'm going to go over to this planet here, because around this planet there's a bunch of ships that have been left alone for a very long period of time. As you can see, I'm going to click on a couple of these ships, explore them, and I'm going to salvage them. So I'm going to go around and just salvage a bunch of ships. So I'm going to go over here to this Condor. And as you can see, there's a couple points where you can recover ships for difficult recovery. But I don't have any story points right now, so I'm just going to go around and harvest them. Oops, Buffalo Mark II. And this is one of the ships I'm going to take, because it is a very powerful ship. I'm going to pause, fleet, and I'm going to do something called mothballing, which means it's basically a ship that I'm just pulling around with me. Go over to this Dram class. This is a fuel ship, and I'm going to also recover this and go to escape, fleet, and mothball it. Go down to this kite, explore it, don't recover it, and begin salvage. And then the one ship I'm not going to take is this one, because this one is a freighting ship, which means it has the ability to haul a large amount of supplies around, but I don't have any story points to collect it. So I'm just going to leave it there for now, and I'm just going to go on my way. Here's a nice little bounty hunter there, and here is a survey domain era ship. This is a contract that sends you out to a ship in the middle of nowhere that has pretty decent weapons. but can allow you to get large sums of money. This is one of the things I'm going to buy because it is very good, but it seems I can't, so I'm going to go to the Sealand Black Market and realize I don't have any money. I'm going to sell all of that on the black market. See, I have no suspicion. This is a very stable planet. This is the starting planet here in the game. This is where the tutorial starts, and the jump points here don't work because of a because the jump points in this system unfortunately blew up due to tampering with the domain error gate, and the whole start is to fix these and then you get into the main game. So I'm going to look around and see that I can't really get much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to buy a lot of extra crew. I'm going to buy around as much as I can get, which is about. So I'm just going to buy 4. I'm going to sell all of that, and I'm going to buy around 1,000 people. $1,000 for the people. 26 people. Go to fleet. I'm going to unmothball. See that I don't have any more close, but I will unmothball that dram. I'm going to go to refit, and what I'm going to add is auxiliary fuel tanks, which adds a massive collection boost of fuel, which means it has a much larger fuel amount. So I'm going to go to fleet, and I'm going to click info, because as you can see, I have a -4 capacity because of my compromised storage. But there is a upgrade in the tech tree around here that allows you to get ships demods eventually, just slowly over time, about 1 or 2 a month removed. But at this point, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching, and if this video can get around 10 likes, I will do a second part quite soon. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.